Hey guys, welcome to the Bornstead. So we've been talking a lot lately about how our family is just striving to live a very simple life. One of the ways that we have done that is by doing a family closet. Instead of having everyone have their own dressers and things in their bedrooms, we actually keep all of our clothes together in one place. And that place is our mudroom. A bunch of bookshelves that we got from IKEA, and they have the drawers that you can get to put in them. They also sell baskets that fit in them, and that is what I chose to make our family closet out of. So every piece of children's clothing that we have is stored in this room, in these bins, except for if you know, our youngest, whatever size they are currently in, usually up until about age 2, I keep in our bedroom just because it's easier. That's where I'm changing diapers and bathing and doing all those things. So having their clothes right there at hand makes it a lot easier for me. So until about age 2, whatever size that baby is currently in, that stays in my room, but everything else comes in here to live. And we have all sizes from infant on up through our biggest are in 14, 16 now. So the way that we organize it is we have different bins labeled with the different gender and size. So each gender with its respective size gets its own bin. Especially, you know, the lower ones, they all fit into one single bin. So like, for example, boys 2T is all going to be in one drawer. Boys 24 month is all going to be in one drawer, and it'll be labeled that. As they start to get a little bit older and their clothes get bigger, and really this hasn't happened until probably about size 10 is when we really had to have more than one drawer to store clothes for a size. Up until then though, all of the sizes have fit into one drawer. And we feel like that's really important because when we first started, they did not all fit into one drawer. We had way too many clothing, too much clothing. So we had to pare it down, and we had to kind of, you know, figure out which clothes do we really wear all the time and which clothes do we like, and which clothes just sit in the drawer forever and never get used. So when we initially started, I went through every single size and I just got rid of stuff, and I gave stuff to Goodwill, and I really slimmed it down so that we only had what we absolutely needed and what we really liked and would fit into a bin. So that was, you know, that just made it easier for me, which is one of the reasons why with 8 kids we can fit all of our clothing into these bins behind me. Otherwise, there's just no way. I mean, if we kept everything that we had originally, there's no way that we would be able to fit everything in here. So, you know, with wanting to keep things simple, we felt like that was an important thing to do. So what we do is we have pretty much all of our boys, most of our boys stuff on this side. We have a girls back in the back there, and then over here on this other side that you can't really see, but we'll show you in a minute. We have a little bit of the overflow of girls, and then we have our current boys sizes. So what we do is, my OCD side would love to have everything in age order, size order. But unfortunately, that just isn't the case. Mostly because I want my kids to be able to easily, you know, reach in and grab what they need. So I need everything to be on their eye level. So we have different areas. Like for example, we've got like 10, 12 up here, boys, comes down to boys 7 down here. And then the next row down here is our boys 14, 16. So this is their current size. So they have a whole row here. They have a bin with pants, they have a bin with shirts, they have a bin with socks and underwear. Actually, we have 2 bins for shirts. We have a long sleeve shirt and a short sleeve shirt. Now, the reason that we have 2 for them, we have more for them, is because we have twins who are in the same size, And with it being double the amount of clothing at the moment, it takes more space. So other than them, we pretty much, they get a tops bin, a bottoms bin, a socks and underwear bin, and that's it. We don't keep coats or anything in here. We have those somewhere else. But everything is, pretty simple for them. So they can go in and grab out what they need, and then they are good to go. Okay, so how it works for us is we have the kids come in the mornings and get out the clean clothes that they're gonna wear for the day, and then they just simply take them to a bathroom, or they take them back to their bedroom to get dressed. Each bedroom has a laundry hamper in it that they can put their dirty stuff in as soon as they're done. A lot of times, the littlest boys, we don't keep a hamper in their room. Pretty much they'll come to my room, or sometimes in the living room. I'll get them dressed really quick, and then they run and take their dirty clothes to my dirty clothes basket. So we keep everything in there because I don't want any clothes in their bedroom. It's just easier not to have it there. So they're the only ones who don't have a laundry hamper in their room, and they put it in my room, so I'm able to take care of that. But otherwise, it's pretty simple for them to just grab their stuff and go get dressed. We do have somebody who is assigned the mudroom chore each week. So we rotate our chores by week, and we'll talk more about that later. But the person who has the mudroom chore is responsible for switching laundry from washer to dryer, and then putting away anything that goes in the family closet, and everything else just goes into a basket and gets brought to me. So parents' clothes, baby clothes, tablecloths, towels, washcloths, all that kind of stuff. All of those extra things just get brought to me, and I take care of those. But they also are responsible for making sure that the mudroom is just kind of kept tidy. So if somebody, for example, was quickly searching for a piece of clothing that they really wanted to wear that day, and they just kind of were, throwing clothes here and there, and they ended up in a big pile on the floor, that child would just come and let me know, and whoever the mudroom job person was would come and let me know, and then I would make sure that that child who made the mess would be the one to come in and help clean that up and get that taken care of. So that's, we definitely do get messes in here sometimes, but it's nowhere near what we experienced when we had clothes in kids' rooms. We also have a hard and fast rule that our youngest children do not come and get clothing for themselves until probably about age 5 is when I usually have them graduate to be able to come and get things for themselves out of the mudroom, out of the family closet. Until that point, big kids will come and help me get stuff, or mom and dad will come in and get clothes for all of the younger ones. It just saves us from a lot of headaches and a lot of confusion, especially when they can't read and they don't know exactly which drawer is which and what size is what. So to help out with everybody's stress level, we just have the big kids or the parents do that part for them. But usually when they reach about age 5, we're able to show them, these are your drawers, this is where this goes, this is where that goes, and they're able to join into, how we do clothes here. So that's worked really well for us. We've been doing this for probably about 3 years now. I've been wanting to do it for so much longer, but I just, it was a big step. I knew it was going to take a lot of time to get everything organized and sorted and be able to get it all the way that I wanted it to be. So it's, it took me a long time before I actually did it. Now looking back, in retrospect, I absolutely wish that I had done this so many years ago. It just has made life so much easier for us. Okay, so you might be wondering, what are the benefits of having a family closet, and is this right for your family? So the benefits for us are that everything is together, and I know exactly what we have. I don't have to wonder, oh gosh, I think I might have a bin of something or other for this child up in the attic. Let me go hunt it down. I know exactly on hand what I have at all times, and I can just quickly walk in and check and see, what I truly have available. Another benefit would be that I do not have to switch out seasons. Before doing a family closet, we had to set aside days every season to bring all the bins down and trade out the different season clothing, and then we would finally get it all done like a week later and put it back upstairs, and then 2 days later the weather would completely change and it would be crazy hot outside, and I would wish that we had t-shirts and shorts again, but we didn't want to bother going up and, you know, hunting it all down in the attic or out in the garage or whatever, so we just didn't bother. Doing it this way, I keep all of the seasons together. Every size has both seasons in the bins for that size, so there's no switching around. There's no, you know, changing things for each season, which is a huge time saver. Another benefit is just that we don't have to, you know, when I'm ready to go to a new size, again, just like the seasons, it's not a big deal. I don't have to go hunt for things and figure out, you know, what I need to bring down and what I need to put back up and things like that. I can just grab the bin that they're going into and put it in their, you know, their row of current clothing, and then put the ones they're not using back up. They're already labeled, they're good to go. It's really, really quick and easy. So that's, you know, again, that's been another huge benefit. So do I think that this is something that is only for large families? Absolutely not. I think that this would be beneficial for any size family. If you have kids and you don't want to deal with switching the seasons, and you don't want to deal with trading out sizes and, you know, everything as they grow, and you want to just keep it all together, this will, you know, this is going to work for any size family, not just a big family. So another benefit is that I don't have to worry about huge messes in kids' rooms. You know, every mom has had the experience. I know when you go into someone's bedroom and you open the door and there are just clothes everywhere. That is the worst feeling ever, because then you have to stop and resort everything, refold everything, put everything back where it belongs, and just hope and pray that it doesn't happen again the next day. So, you know, that kind of stuff drives me crazy. I don't, you know, who has time for that? Nobody has time for that. So with this, I don't have to worry about that. We have our system down, and our kids know that it's not a free-for-all, and because we don't have our little ones come in to collect their clothes anyway, you know, those were usually the ones who would do that, who would just grab things out of drawers and throw them on the floor. It wasn't a real issue with my older kids. So taking away that temptation by not having it in their bedrooms has been a game changer. That doesn't happen anymore. And what we do is we have whichever child is doing the mudroom job, you know, they're just coming in, they're taking stuff directly out of the dryer, because our mudroom also houses our washer and dryer. So they take it right out of the dryer, they put everything away that goes in the family closet, and then just throw everything else into a bin or basket and take it to my room. So the chances of things getting lost, or just the time of the extra step of dividing everything up and taking it to someone's bedroom and putting it away correctly, or putting it on a bed for them to put away, which they never do. And so it just kind of sits there and ends up getting put back into the dirty clothes basket. You know, that's something that we don't have to deal with the family closet, especially being in our mudroom with our washer and dryer. So that works really well. That's a huge benefit as well. So we fit a lot into a very small space, and we'll kind of walk you around and show you how it's all laid out in here, and how many shelves we have, and how many bins we have, and all that stuff, so you can kind of get a feel for it. But it's not a huge space, and keep in mind that, you know, this is for 8 kids. So if you only have 2 or 3 kids, it's gonna take a lot less space to be able to do what we've done. So it's definitely doable, and if you want to make it happen, you can make it happen, and it's worth it. Okay guys, so we come back into the back of our mudroom, and you see our washer and dryer, and then you kind of come around the corner, and it's hard because it's such a small space to really do it justice. But we've got one big bookshelf over here, and then we've got another one in the middle. We also keep our egg cartons up there. We've got it's a shorter one. Our other 2 are shorter. That goes down there. And then come over here, Welcome to the farmstead. And we have our third one over on the side here. We even have an empty space at the moment. So, you know, as you can see, it's a pretty small space. I mean, there's definitely enough room in the middle for somebody to be able to come in and get changed and grab everything. It's not like we're super cramped in here, but it's not a huge space. And, you know, you can definitely make it work with maybe just even one big IKEA bookcase up against your wall if you have less children and less clothing. So it's definitely doable.